Okay, guys, welcome to SportsMatters TV. I'm in Cork. Leanne is up in Cavan. It's good to have her back home for a couple of months now. Obviously, COVID-19, Leanne, it's prevented the football world, from shining. Although Liverpool won the league yesterday, I'm a happy man because I'm a Liverpool fan. But what's it like being back home? Obviously, it's tough not being over in England. But have you been training much at home? Obviously, you've got plenty of scenic routes to go running and stuff up around that direction, no doubt.
Yeah, of course. I suppose I'm happy to be home in one way. Like, I don't get to see the family too often, and we're not all together too often, so it's actually quite nice. It's nice to be back in the countryside. I can go running whenever I want, wherever I want. So it's quite nice. Yeah, I'm enjoying it.
Definitely, and we have to speak of your early days, Leanne. Obviously, I know you were a good runner back in your younger days as well, even though you're only young anyway. But tell us, how did the football come about for you first day?
I suppose I always played in primary school growing up. I used to always play at lunchtime against the boys, and it was just the thing. I always had a football near me or in my hand most of the time, even though I ran and done swimming and everything else. But I think football was meant to be,
Definitely. And I'd say the lads were frustrated because obviously I know you played on a couple of lads' teams growing up as well. Did you enjoy making fools of the boys, obviously, because you had so much skill and stuff?
Oh, of course, that was the best thing about it, right? No, I did enjoy it, to be fair, but all the lads were very good and respectful of me and everything, so I really enjoyed it playing with them.
Definitely. No, obviously the GAA days, obviously Cavan's a big place for the GAA. Tell us, did you play much GAA back in the day?
I did. I played GAA growing the whole way up, and county underage and that. Yeah. I just really enjoyed it, and I enjoyed the crack with all the girls, and I love that sport, especially. That'd be probably one of my favourite sports.
Definitely. Who knows? We might get you back playing GAA in another 20 years or something when you're when you've won a lot. But tell us about the Shelbourne. And obviously playing with Shelbourne, that Shelbourne team that you had at that time before you made the move to West Ham. Obviously that was an incredible team. What was it like to kind of break onto the Shelbourne scene from I think it was the age of 15 onwards?
Yeah, it was a massive thing. I remember going up to Shelbourne first, and I was put in with my own age group, and I really enjoyed it and made lots of friends from it. And then moving into the senior team, like, that was a massive step for me, and I couldn't wait to do it. I moved in with one of my friends moved with me, Alex.
Yeah.
And sure, it went from there, and it was great. Obviously, trying to get to know girls at the start, moving into girls that's a lot older than you, but they were very helpful towards me and showed me the ropes, and I got on all right,
Definitely. And like, there was one season, I think you went unbeaten all that season. What was the atmosphere like? Obviously that was a big pathway for you to go on to, to that move to England.
I suppose I was only 16, 17 at the time. I thought this was great. This was normal. Every time you play a game, you're going to win. The goals kept flowing that year too, so it was great. I suppose just the whole atmosphere and everything behind the team and the coaches and everything, it was just spot on that year, and it worked out very well. And it wasn't even that it was a thing that, like, we have to win this game. We just went out and played our own football, and we got the results we needed.
And I suppose that, history was made, no doubt, as well. And obviously that big move to West Ham came, obviously, we all know West Ham is a massive, massive club. How excited were you to sign that contract and make that move to London? Obviously, it's hard leaving home and all your mates in Cavan and stuff, but, obviously you were excited about that move.
Yes, for sure. I remember going over to look at it with my dad, and I just couldn't believe the, resort they have, everything they could provide for me to be happy, in my everyday life. And it was just brilliant, the whole setup they had and how professional it was. I couldn't believe it. And the location, being right beside central London, it's perfect for my first move.
Definitely. How did you find the step up? Obviously, the Irish League is so competitive and strong. But did you find a big difference in the the standard and all that kind of stuff with the move to England?
I suppose, yeah, the step up. I was still 19 going over, and I was playing with girls 27, 28 that had won Champions Leagues, had won everything.
Yeah.
And you kind of quickly have to get into the rhythm of things and be able to go with the flow and move the ball quickly, and you just need to step it up 3 gears,
yeah,
and to fit in. And if you don't, then you don't go with the flow, as to say, so.
Yeah. And did you kind of find, like, were you homesick a bit? Obviously, making it, I know it's only kind of across the sea, but obviously it's obviously tough, big change.
I suppose, yeah, at the start it was kind of different because, like, even doing the basic things like grocery shopping, like, what do you buy for one person that's going to last the week? And it was like easy stuff like that, just trying to get used to.
Yeah.
But no, I was never actually very homesick. I got home a right bit coming. When you be in with Ireland team, like, you get home a few days before camp and I get to see the family, and they were over nearly every single game. They're great towards me. So I really enjoyed, like, the whole thing about moving out of home. It was great.
That's good. Speaking of the Irish team, obviously, we're seeing huge changes with that team. Obviously, you're on fire the last, year or two. What was it like to make your senior debut for the Irish team? Obviously, that was a big thing. Being quite young as well.
Yeah, that was a massive thing. I think I was 17, 16, or I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, especially for Sue Ronan to give me the chance to do it in my home turf, in Tallaght Stadium, and I really enjoyed it. My whole family and everybody watching, it was a massive day for me. Probably one of the best achievements I have to date.
Definitely. And moving forward, this Irish team with new management, obviously Vera is doing a great job. You think you can go all the way? Obviously, there's going to be some great achievements with this team, this current squad.
Yeah, for sure. Like, there's no point just being in it and not really wanting anything from it. We definitely want to get the whole way, and I think it's we've a massive opportunity this time round. We're currently leading our group going into September, having to play Germany, which obviously is going to be tough, but you want to play the best in the world. So there we go. We have a chance to show us what we're worth,
Definitely. And the fans are definitely coming out. We're seeing more and more fans come to the games. Obviously, that's a huge boost for you girls, because obviously, you know what I mean? I'm very critical of, I always say that ladies should be paid the same as the lads. That's one thing that me and Denise O'Sullivan, Katie McCabe, Louise Quinn speak about. Like, I think you should be on the same wage as a man in a sense. Like, football is really taking off when it comes to the women's sector. The fans obviously help, Leanne, don't they?
Yes, for sure. And I think the whole media side of things has really brought the fans into more games.
Yeah.
Like, we're getting top crowds now, which is brilliant to see. And I think the 2020 campaign and all them other campaigns that are out there for women's football have really made the difference.
Definitely. Now, I have to speak about Denise O'Sullivan, because Denise lives up the road from me when she's home. She's a Norrie and a Northside girl. What's it like to be around Denise? We always bring her up because she's one of our own as well. But obviously, she's a great player and a huge ambassador for Irish football.
Denise, I suppose since I went in the Ireland team, I've been very close to Denise.
Yeah.
Which is great. She's a great girl. What a fantastic person. She's definitely, like, the best, the hardest worker I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like, she's just quality all round.
Yeah.
And, like, you see her Instagram story, she's always working, trying to be the best, and she deserves all the praise she gets.
Yeah, she loves her coffees. She's always looking for a good coffee when she comes home. She's critical if she doesn't get a good coffee.
She is.
She's a mad thing. Definitely. And Leanne, for all the ladies out there, obviously there's all these girls, growing up, and they're watching, like, the likes of yourself and Katie McCabe and Denise. What advice can you give to them? Because obviously there's a long road. Obviously, starting at a young age is always essential. But what advice can you give them, moving forward to achieve their goals?
I suppose just keep your head down and work hard, and dream where you want to be, and you'll get there. Like, nothing's ever going to stop you, only yourself, really. And I suppose it was my dream as a wee girl to head over and play in the Super League and all. And look, I am there now, and I want to stay there. So I'll keep dreaming,
Definitely, that's definitely the way to be. As a football fan, who was what team did you follow growing up?
United.
That's all right, but sure, you were dominant for so many years. And what kind of players inspired you? Would Roy Keane and all these guys be the guys that inspired you?
Roy Keane. How could you say no to Roy Keane? I just love his whole spirit, his whole attributes to the game, and even there as a pundit, like, he's great.
Yeah, he is. Do you ever meet Roy Keane?
No, not that I know of. No.
Maybe one day you'll meet him. He'll be. I'd say
he's from. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
He's from Cork. But yeah, we will touch base in a couple of months. We're wishing you all the best. It looks like COVID-19 is, it's perhaps getting a small bit better. But we're looking forward to seeing you back in action with West Ham and the Irish team. I know the fixtures have been rescheduled for the Irish team, so that's great news. No doubt we'll see you at Tallaght Stadium and all around Europe and wherever you're at. But thanks for taking the time to speak to us today. It means a huge amount.
Yes, thanks a million for having me, Jerry. Thank you.